Hello everyone. Meghan, charity, money, what's missing? What do you think? Is this sensitive? I don't think so. Meghan deserves to be exposed. Who doesn't know by now? Can't hide it. To tell you the truth, I have frequently stated that the simple fact that there are always registered charities is what fascinates me about charity. This is something that I have always found fascinating. And you should know that once they are registered, they are considered a business. I really prefer to give to people who are genuinely collecting, for example, at a religious event, and you know that they might be going to get flowers for someone, or visit someone who is in the hospital. That carries with it a genuine sense of attachment. In order to promote their products and services, large corporations like Macmillan Cancer Research spend thousands of dollars on advertising and marketing. And all of these extremely devoted individuals who are participating in these coffee mornings, it is all for nothing. Take a look at the wages that are offered to the senior executives of these specific charitable organizations. And you are aware that going to the large corporations that want their money and then promising them that they will contribute some money because of taxes is nothing but a waste of time. That is the simplest explanation. The business is quite large. Many times, I find myself thinking that it is always fascinating to look at the humanitarian endeavors that Meghan and Harry have been involved in, mostly due to the fact that they made an appearance on another show the week before, where they discussed their most recent incentive. A network similar to that, I believe, is called the Parent Network. In addition, everything was quite complicated. And once again, it was all centered around Meghan and her problems, as well as the typical things that happen. After that, you take a look at the organization's partners and think to yourself, okay, well, who has the courage to collaborate with the Archewell Foundation? It is important to remember that earlier this year, they were so poorly managed that they neglected to even submit their taxes and deliver their check for the amount of their taxes. It was also brought to everyone's attention that the amount of time they devote to their philanthropic activities is actually only 1 hour every week. Consequently, they are not being pushed or strapped at all, are they? In addition, all of this is documented. The National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children, NSPCC, which is one of their specific charities, is even more fascinating to me. Nevertheless, the patron is none other than the Duchess of Edinburgh, Sophie Wessex, who does an excellent job and shows up without any hoopla. This is the interesting aspect of the situation, considering the fact that this particular CEO of the National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children, NSPCC, in the United Kingdom, actually makes just under £200,000 per year. You might have concluded that this is the case. If you think about it, the annual cost of running a charity is $200,000 when you consider the salaries, even for the head of marketing, which are well over £150,000. It is eye-watering. Is it clear to you what I'm saying? This is the place where the real money is spent. On the other hand, you might have concluded, as I mentioned before, that this is an intriguing form of partnership. Now, on the day that this interview is going to be distributed, you look at their social media and think to yourself, okay, they must be thrilled to be associated with this at this point. Nothing, not even a single word, was posted on their social media accounts, and there was no wish for them to be successful in their new endeavor. Therefore, you go to the website, and a significant distance down, you come across a section that discusses the Archewell Foundation and the work that they are providing. Nevertheless, it is a very well-kept secret. What's more, their news page is completely devoid of any content. It is possible to ask, what exactly is the nature of the collaboration that we are discussing? Considering the Archewell Foundation and everything else that is linked with Meghan and Harry's humanitarian endeavors, wouldn't you agree that it is challenging? I have no doubt that they are making efforts that are admirable, perhaps deep down in their souls. They are truly intending to get involved or participate. Nevertheless, with regard to the philanthropic work that Meghan undertook a couple of years ago with the Disney organization, nobody was able to precisely pinpoint where the money had ended up. You can see how this comes about. Now, which is more significant, I believe that the National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, NSPCC, and the other individuals who are reportedly working along with that need to be a little bit more transparent. Do you want Meghan to clearly state how much money she makes and how much money she spends on her charity? If yes, comment number 1, and if no, comment number 2. And all of this is something we have a right to know. She can be vague about her children, but they are her children, and we cannot interfere. But charity money is different. Everything must be clear. But the thing that really stands out is why you wouldn't have a photo of them all working together to push, as some people may say, this organization that is desperately needed, a fresh new branch of a charity that is assisting a lot of people who are in need of assistance. For what reason would you not want to raise a flag in response to that? Now, it does seem very strange, and I'm not suggesting there's anything untoward, but the bottom line is, it seems strange. Also, not to be proud of your association, or indeed, let the world know just who you're partnering with, given the fact that you have such eye-watering salaries paid out every single year. Or is it just me alone? Anyway, congratulations to Meghan Markle for single-handedly making the royal family more popular than ever. Also, she must be so angry. She had thought that trashing the royal family would make her and Henry more popular. Well, that went down well, didn't it? They have just made themselves more despised than ever. You don't trash our royal family and expect an audience in your favor. No. The royal family have come out on top. And Harry and Meghan, playing the victim, thought they would be more popular. Well, it didn't and won't work. The royal family are too classy to behave like these two spoilt brats and are more popular than ever. To be honest, what Meghan wants is to look better than the royals. I haven't been able to figure out what, if anything, satisfies this self-serving person. I would like to believe Meghan is a fictional character made up for a whole lot of people to criticize and have opinions about. Haven't we all become megaholics? Meghan is despised, and many folks write comments wanting her to disappear, but Mega Magnet draws us in. We can't wait to see what idiotic, catastrophic embarrassment she has created for herself next. Meghan is pleased to receive camera time. Meghan's audience is curious how Meghan's soap opera is faring. It's funny when she tried to sell her Rotten Orchard jam. King Charles jam flew off the shelves. Actually, she didn't sell anything. She gave it away, which led people to support the King's jam and other foods, as well as other estates in the UK. Moreover, the way Meghan wants to harm Catherine is despicable. Her jealousy is so deep that I fear for the safety of the Princess of Wales. You know that anything the grifters attach themselves to will be a scam. They seek out established organizations and lock onto them. They don't do the work, donate nothing, but make sure they profit off them. The Harkles keep 95%. They had to leave the Royal Foundation because Meghan was misappropriating funds and paying her friends. When they separated from the Royal Foundation, the royal family listed Sussex Royal as a charity, so all of the funds had to be accounted for. Meghan was absolutely livid, and this was another reason why they left the UK and set up Archewell in Delaware. So what? We still feel so lucky that Meghan and that stupid ex-prince left the royal family. Everything Meghan and this one do in relation to charity is purely for show, to improve their brand and to line their pockets. They piggyback off other charities and take the credit for all of their hard work. There's huge money to be made in the States for these charities. Look at the Clintons and Obamas set up a foundation and big money flows in, a slush fund for them to live the life they want. Pennies are thrown to certain causes to make it look like they care. The charity laws need to be updated. 100% transparency, public audited accounts including how much is actually going to charitable causes, tax returns of all paid managers, directors, or anyone paid expenses, and subject to freedom of information requests. The fact that Archewell is registered in Delaware tells me everything I need to know, as that's where shady business people put their businesses because of tax haven laws in Delaware. And the fact that it was revealed they work 1 day a month confirms that. I also have seen a pattern whereby they try to ride the coattails of someone else. I no longer believe that Harry and Meghan do anything that isn't benefiting them more than anyone else than I can fly. Like the $44,000 security bill they charged the place in Canada that hosting Invictus. I honestly don't think I've heard of two more that are as egotistical, entitled, and arrogant bullies as these two. In fact, many charities have become a scam. I only donate to local charities that show where the money goes. It's best we no longer give to charities. I only give directly to the people who are caring for animals or people. Charities tend to be cash cows for a select few with very little to show for the donations given other than their lavish lifestyles. I go out of my way to not give Harry, Meghan, and their supporters a red cent. So I donate products rather than cash and only give monetary donations directly to whatever it is that needs support, such as shelters, backpack programs, or free eyeglass programs. Charity is a huge business, and Harry and Meghan appear to be happily cashing in and not really doing any work or supporting their charity of the week. They also harvest your information when you log in and sell that information on, so even more money ends up in the coffers. Too suspicious. No charity should be paying any CEO or top person huge amounts of money. There should be laws about swindling charities out of these sums of money. At least people at the top wages should be capped at a reasonable amount. It is after all a charity. As for Archewell, I heard there have been investigations into it. Allegedly, only 5% of Archewell goes to charity and the rest to an account in Delaware. That doesn't sound right to me at all. I wouldn't associate my charity with someone like that. Do you agree with the thoughts and arguments I just made? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Goodbye and see you again.